Hi and hello to everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about the peak time, that is for the step response of the second order underdamped system. So the step response of the second order underdamped system is given as C of t, which is this 1 minus e power minus zeta omega nt divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square sine omega dt plus theta. Okay, so this is the response we have obtained, right? So what is peak time? We can clearly see the peak time is the value at this point, peak value. The time taken to reach the peak value is called peak time. Okay, so to find any peak value or maximum value, we have to differentiate that C of t with respect to time and equate it to 0, right? So differentiate C of t, that is 1 minus e power minus zeta omega nt square root of 1 minus zeta square sine omega dt plus theta, equate it to 0. So differentiation of 1 is 0, then take the minus outside, try to differentiate this. Okay, equate it to 0. So we will keep sine omega dt differentiation of uv formula we are going to apply. We are going to keep sine omega dt as constant, then differentiate this term e power minus zeta omega nt divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square. On differentiating, we will be getting minus zeta omega n. Then keep the exponential term as constant. Then differentiate the sine. Differentiating sine, you should be getting cos omega dt plus theta multiplied with omega d. Equate it to 0, right? Equate it to 0. Now what you can do, you can take commonly the exponential term outside, minus e power minus zeta omega nt square root of 1 minus zeta square. So what you have? We have minus zeta omega n sine omega dt plus theta. Then here we have omega d term cos omega dt plus theta, equate it to 0. Okay, so this term going to the right hand side, it vanishes. Okay, now okay, yeah, this term going to the right side vanishes, and we have already seen this is theta, this is zeta, this is 1 minus zeta square, this is hypotenuse. Okay, so what is tan theta? Tan theta is, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse, tan theta is square root of 1 minus zeta square by zeta. What is cos theta? Opposite side, adjacent side. Okay, adjacent side by hypotenuse, cos theta, right? Okay, what is adjacent side? Adjacent side is zeta, zeta by 1. What is sin theta? Opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite is square root of 1 minus zeta square, right? Okay, with this in mind, we can go minus zeta omega n sine omega dt plus theta. Okay, and what is omega d? It is omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square cos omega dt plus theta, equal to 0. Take omega n commonly out. Take omega n commonly outside, you will be getting minus zeta sine omega dt plus theta square root of 1 minus zeta square cos omega dt plus theta, equal to 0. So omega n going to the right side vanishes. Now what is zeta? Zeta is equal to, I can write in terms of cos theta. So minus cos theta sine omega dt plus theta. What is square root of 1 minus zeta square? It is sine theta cos omega dt plus theta equal to 0. Right? Now rearrange it in proper way. Peak time, we will find out the peak time. The corresponding time, see, the corresponding time is the, okay, take minus outside, it would be cos theta sin omega dt plus theta minus sin theta cos omega dt plus theta equal to 0. Right? So this is nothing but, we can write this as sin a minus b. Sin a minus b. So we can rewrite for a convenience omega dt plus theta cos theta minus cos omega dt plus theta sin theta equal to 0. So this is sin a minus b. A is omega dt plus theta minus theta equal to 0. Okay, so there is nothing but this is a sin a cos b minus cos a sin b, which is sin a minus b. Right? So what you are getting here is sin omega d t equal to 0. So we are going to find the peak time. Right? What is peak time in this case? T is equal to Tp. Right? That is, at t is equal to Tp, we are going to equate it to 0. Now you substitute t equal to Tp here. Sin omega d Tp equal to 0. We very well know this is equal to 0 for 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. For the very first time it is equal to pi. That means omega d Tp should be equal to pi. So peak time is equal to pi by omega d. Okay, right? In the next video we will discuss about the peak overshoot and settling time. Thanks for listening.